Another day of retirement, another day smoking on my PitBoss. Today, I've got a reverse sear here working. I've got 2 ribeye steaks there, seasoned up on the smoker. I'm planning on smoking them for an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on when my wife wants to eat tonight. I have it on, it's about 170 degrees, okay? So I'm just really trying to drive in flavor. If you're not familiar with a pellet grill, there's pellets that feed in through a little auger in there. And then there's a burner and a blower and makes smoke. And then you could also cook with it up to 500 degrees. So what my plan is here to smoke for an hour and a half, 2 hours, really get some great flavor into those steaks, and then to sear them on high flame, 1 minute on each side. So we'll keep an eye on this project. Well, all right, it's been 2 hours and it's about 175 degrees. My wife puts potatoes on here. There's my ribeyes. I'm gonna flip them over so you can get a good look at that. They've just been sitting out here, just getting permeated with smoke. So what I'm getting ready to do is hit it with some heat. So I just cranked it up to 400 degrees and opened up the flame here. So that smoke will burn off here in a second. And we'll get some flame coming through there. Just take a second. See, this is the searing we're going to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put each ribeye on here for 1 minute on each side. Once it gets, that flame starts coming through the grate there. Get a good view of it there. My wife's potatoes just coming along for the ride. Again, this is my PitBoss. I love it because of this feature, this reverse sear. Several of these pellet grills do not have this option, and I think it is one of the key features. I cranked it up to 450. I want the flames to come through there. Okay, so then I'm just going to take one of these steaks, put it right on there for a minute, and come back. All right, so I cooked that on one side, flipped it over here to the other side. Man, looking good. Okay, put the other one on there. 1 minute. Not very complicated. 1 minute each side. Looking great. Looking great. Alright, so I seared them both. And then I've turned it down to 300 degrees to get them a little more done. See a little flame coming there. Need to address that. So I just took the steaks off the flame. They were hitting, juices were dripping on the extremely hot steel there and flaming up. So I'm just going to cook it here on 300 degrees for probably another 10 minutes. Just get them a little more towards the towards medium rare. You need a little more cooking to get there. Well, there you go. That's it. I smoked and had it on very low temperature between 150 and 175 for about 2 hours, and then had the steaks 1 minute on the high flame, you know, the broiler flame, about 400 degrees, 1 minute on each side of those steaks. And then actually I left the high flame on and kind of sauteed these potatoes, but then left all the steaks and the potatoes on with about 300 degrees for about 10 minutes. And now everything is done. We're going to eat best steaks we've ever had. My wife and I rarely go out to eat for a steak dinner because of the it just doesn't compare to what I could do here on my pellet grill. Love it, love it, love it. This is Joe out.